I'd like to love you every day.
Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm back. Woohoo! It's been a hot minute since I did a good vlog, but I'm here and I'm ready and I'm vlogging today. By the way, did you see that wickedly cool, amazing intro clip that was preceding this video? I got it done by a company called NyQuil Studios. They animated a version of me, which is so cool, in the style of like the cartoon style I wanted. And then they took a bunch of like photos of Vancouver and animated them as well. So that's how I chose to get mine done, but you could choose to have real photos if you wanted, and real photos with like a character on top or even a picture of you, I think they can do. Anyways, they can do a ton of different stuff with video and editing, cartoon drawing, all of that. I don't know the technical term, but yeah, NyQuil Studios is the name of the company that did it, and I will link a link to their website in the description box below. So if you are interested in getting any marketing material, whether it's like an intro clip to your YouTube video or like a video made for your brand or for your product or for whatever you want, NyQuil Studios is definitely a good go-to. I highly recommend it. This video is about, I guess, like what to do when you're sick or how to prevent getting sick as well. So first I'm going to talk about just like how to get over general like cold sinus, you know, that kind of stuff. So first two things is oil of oregano. So this I just put into like a little bit of water, like a little shot glass of water, and drink it. And I do this when I'm starting to feel sick. I find that this doesn't really work once you're already sick, but when you're starting to get sick, adding this to some water, it says on the bottle that you can like put a couple drops in your salad dressing. Why is oil of oregano good? It's an I took notes because I didn't want to forget anything. It's an antimicrobial, which helps fight infection. So that's why it's good to take when you're starting to feel sick. You're starting to get that virus and you want to fight the infection with oil of oregano. Woo! So the next two things, I take this when I'm starting to feel sick, as well as all throughout sickness. It's basically an immune booster, vitamin C and zinc. So you want to take both vitamin C and zinc. A lot of people don't think about zinc, but both are good, like immune boosters. So those are just general, take throughout. Okay, the next thing we're talking about is water. So I've already kind of talked about this in one of my last videos, but drinking water is so important when you're sick and starting to feel sick, because hydration, like, I'm not going to get into it, but your body needs hydration, and when your body is getting sick, you start to hold water weight. You're like retaining all the water that you do have to be able to keep your cells healthy and fight whatever infection or virus you're getting. So drink lots of water to help your body with that. One way, like sometimes I don't feel like drinking a lot of water when I'm sick. I just don't feel like putting anything in my body. So one thing that makes it easier is taking Elite. So again, I've already talked about this before and I'm not going to get too into it. There's antioxidants in here. Why are antioxidants good? Antioxidants, like, so split up the word antioxidant. So it's stopping oxidation. Now when cells or molecules get oxidated, they become free radicals. And a free radical is bad. You've possibly heard of it before. Cancer is a free radical, for an example. That's just one example. Part of the reason we get wrinkles is because of free radicals. It's breaking up the healthy cells. This is a very sort of dumbed down version. Okay, sleep well. Along with water, just like something basic that you can do is just get rest. So like, don't tax your body, don't push yourself. There's no point in going to the gym. The whole theory of sweating it out, I think, is complete BS. Once you're already feeling some of the symptoms of sickness, you're pretty much already sick, and going to sweat it out, that doesn't exist. Your sickness can't come through your sweat and come through your pores. So that's why I say it's BS. But if you feel like it helps you, then you do you, right? But get rest. So a proper amount of rest is 6 to 9 hours for an adult. I would say 6 is pretty on the low side. Like, I want to say more 7 to 9 hours is probably good. I like 8. So sleep. But sometimes it's super hard to sleep when you're sick. So what do I do to help me sleep? I take NyQuil. I don't really know how good NyQuil is for you. Like, I haven't researched the like medicinal ingredients or anything like that. However, all I know is it really works for me, and it really helps me get a good night rest. So one of the days I was sick, I was really starting to come down with it, and I was like feeling at my worst, and I had to work the next day. Really didn't want to call in sick to work. I hate calling in sick. I took NyQuil, the best sleep, and I woke up feeling like 10 million times better. I wasn't 100% back on track yet, but I just woke up feeling like I had energy, I was well rested, and I was ready to go work, so I didn't have to call in sick. Highly recommend NyQuil. Something I just tried this sickness that I will recommend. There's lots of medication, or I guess medications out there that are similar, that probably do similar things, like Buckley's and all that, but because I like NyQuil so much, I was like, let's try DayQuil. And I did find that it helped with congestion, helped the fever that I was having, it helped me get through a day feeling not too crappy. The next thing I'm going to talk about is sage. So I have a new obsession ever since Christmas. I've been obsessed with sage, and this one is the Pocket Pharmacy. Comes in this like super cute little zipper pack, and then you got all these little thingamabobs, roll-on. They're like the roll-on oil. So what's the most obvious one for the topic of the day? You see my eyeballs, is the immune one. So it looks like this. Got a little roller ball, and then I like to roll it like around my glands on my neck, and then on my temples, and then when I'm sick I put it like all underneath my nose, but I'm feeling better so I don't really need that. But this one also, so that was the immune one. They all have slightly different scents because they're all different oil combinations. There is Peppermint Halo here, which, oh my gosh, it feels so cooling for when you have a headache. It's got a more like minty smell to it. Eater's Digest. Okay, insider's tip about Eater's Digest: if you have a canker sore, which people get when they're sick or stressed, put Eater's Digest like in your mouth on your canker sore. I just put it on my finger and then I put it in my mouth. It helps so much, takes away all the pain, because canker sores are so irritating and painful. Eater's Digest is the solution. So I was just putting this on a couple times a day, and it was so relieving. So that's that one. What else do we got here? We got pain relief, or pain release, and then we have stress release. So all of them are awesome. I highly recommend it. Probably my favorite is the Peppermint Halo, because it feels, the mint in it makes it feel so like cooling and soothing. Next we have tea. So throughout my entire sickness and Glenn's sickness, every day he was asking me, can you make me a tea? Can you make me a tea? This one's the steamed ginger one. When I'm not sick, I'm more prone to use like the loose leaf because it takes more effort. I put a tea bag, a lemon wedge, and a squeeze of honey. We already talked about antioxidants, but part of the reason why green tea is so good for you is because there's a ton of antioxidants in it. A huge part of health is your gut, and gut health is so important. So two things I'll talk about is, well, first would be kombucha. So I already opened this one. The Brew Doctor Kombucha. This one is in the flavor ginger turmeric. Kombucha is fermented It's a fermented tea, and it's fermented with live bacterial culture, I believe. Yeah, a living colony of bacteria and yeast is what makes it become fermented. Then it's bottled and you can purchase it. So the reason why you want live bacteria going into your gut is because your gut actually has, your body naturally has, I think over 40 trillion different kinds of bacteria, and that's just your body in general, but most of that 40 trillion are in your gut. So we really need to keep those live gut bacteria healthy and kind of add to it as well, so that we get proper digestion. Now, why do we need bacteria in our gut? The reason we need bacteria in our gut is because when you digest, and there's a chemical reaction that happens, a process that happens in your gut. Usually when there's a chemical reaction, often there's a byproduct. The byproduct that we create when we digest is toxic, actually. So we are creating something that's toxic for ourselves. But the live bacteria can kind of, I don't want to say eat away at, but neutralize is probably the best word. Neutralize that toxic bacteria or the toxic byproduct and make our digestion just happen smoothly and effectively. That's the easiest way to explain it, I think. If you have a better way to explain it or things to add to that, please comment down below. I would love to learn even more. I'm just learning about kombucha. I know it's good for you, so I've been drinking it for a long time, but I'm just learning the health benefits now. Also, it's high in glucaric acid. Glucaric acid is really good to help detoxify the liver. So if you had a really crazy night of drinking, maybe drink a kombucha the next day, help detoxify the liver out. The next product I'm going to talk about this is a multi-strain advanced probiotic formula. So it's similar to the reason why you need, or why I recommend kombucha. So it's, again, probiotics are bacteria that are going to help the gut with the naturally existing gut bacteria we already have. Whoa, I feel like I just spewed a ton of information, and I hope that was helpful, because I think I'm done. But yeah, so I hope you learned something.
I like